Good morning, y'all. Getting an early start today. Stayed in a shelter last night. There were 6 of us there. It's the first time I've ever stayed in a shelter. I wasn't sure what my opinion would be of it, but it wasn't bad at all. It was nice and clean and dry. Well, as clean as you could imagine. Early in the season though, so maybe that's why, but definitely seen some evidence of mice, but didn't have any mice that I seen. No damage. I didn't hear any in the night or anything like that. But I kept waking up. Slept good. It just kept waking up. 9:30 at night. I woke up thinking it was like 6 in the morning. It was not 6 in the morning. Finally went back to sleep. 12 o'clock, same thing. 2 o'clock, same thing. 4:30, I said, you know what? Screw this. I'm getting up. So out here doing a little night hiking, early morning hiking, dark hiking, whatever you want to call it. Getting on the road. A little hard to do the night hiking when there's this much fog, though. It's harder to see, so you definitely have to go slower. But getting a good jump on the day, so let's get her going. Nice early morning cross of this creek here on a railroad tie. Hope it's sturdy. So back a ways, when I crossed that creek, it was that railroad tie was pretty slick. It rained all day yesterday and a good portion of the night. Right now it's just really foggy and dewy, so it's still pretty slick. I ended up taking what was probably the harder way, but it was easier for me for some reason, at least in my head. That railroad tie was just really narrow, and putting my feet one in front of another instead of kind of like side by side like I normally walk. No, you know what I'm saying, side. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it just, it's hard for me to get my balance, and with it slick, I found it easier to go over this branch that was laying on the other side, the left side of that creek, kind of like a Y shape. Was able to kind of get my balance on one of the branches as I was walking on the other one, or going across on the other one. So then I get up, but that led me to a steeper part of a hill, so I climbed up that. Nice little workout first thing in the morning. But then all of a sudden I'm walking on a trail a little bit after that, and I'm like, hold on. I don't know if I'm really on the trail here. And I wasn't seeing any white blazes. Looked at my map, and it was showing I was way off the trail. But I continued on a little bit anyway, because I was like, man, it looks like a trail. I just need to find out if this is the right one, because there's another trail that kind of crisscrosses here quite a bit. So I did that, and all of a sudden I seen white blazes, and the map was still off. But I continued on, and sure enough, it caught up with the map then, and the map was showing I was in the right spot, and white blazes. So thankful for the white blazes, because the far out map that I use for navigation here, I had a couple issues with that in Oregon and Washington, and a little bit in Yosemite as well. When I was on the PCT with it, not always being completely accurate on your exact pinpoint of where you are. But it caught up, so very thankful for those white blazes, that's for sure. When it's dark out and foggy and hard to see, you want to know that you're on the right spot and not going some completely wrong direction, end up back at Amicalola Falls or something. That would suck. But if that happened, it happened. You just got to make the best of it and continue on, turn around and continue on. But everything's good. Could still seeing much better now. My eyes are getting more acclimated to the fog in the dark. That was hard at first because the fog was like obviously being accented by the lights, but all right. Still continuing on, waiting for that light to come out. Starting to get a little more light out. I don't know if you could see it or not. Yeah, you can see that. Going through a really nice green section here. A lot more leaves on these kind of trees. I'm not really a botanist, so I don't know a lot of things about trees and such and what's what. Hey, another little creek crossing. It's like the third one already today. Alright, take you all with me on this one. Not that bad. Couple stones, a little movable, but you could keep your balance on them at least. Nice little creek. Nothing rushing or deep or anything, but good thing I have water. Didn't need to stop. Not ready to stop. It's really mild, by the way. I think it warmed up actually in the night. It's probably at least 50 right now, maybe 55. Lower level though, obviously dipped down after, the last mountain, and getting ready to climb up Hawk Mountain here in a little bit. So it's It's definitely a little more mild because of being lower too, but they're calling for mild temperatures today. I don't know. Haven't looked at the weather because I didn't get a signal last night in the shelter, so I don't know what the weather is, past today. But it's supposed to start raining again, but in the afternoon. So at least I'll stay dry for the first part. Get a good amount of miles in by then, just because it is obviously dark when I started. So getting a good jump on the day. But so far so good. Everything's good. Nice flat cruisy part of the trail right here. Haven't started climbing Hawk yet, but even Hawk I hear isn't really that much of an incline from where we are right now, from where I am right now. I always say we, for those of you who knew, I always say we because y'all are with me. I'm taking you on the trail with me, just like if you were right here with me. So I say we because I'm including all of you. But I'm going to continue on in this dark, and it's getting lighter, but still need this headlamp to see where I'm going. We're going to have an epic day today. Let's do it. Taking my first side trail here. It's not that far down, but there's a waterfall here called Long Creek Falls. So I'm gonna go check that out real quick, then get back on trail. Definitely ahead of schedule so far today. There's not really a schedule, by the way. That's just a fake schedule. But meaning I'm making good time so far. So I'm gonna go check out this waterfall. Show you some cool video and pictures of it, because I've been hearing it for the last quarter to a half a mile. Sounds like it's rushing pretty good. What a beauty. Long Creek Falls. So back on trail now. Cruising along so far today, but man was I burning up. Talk about being reminded of the swamp. it's still winter. Just in case you didn't know, it's winter. In fact, some of you watching this video is probably sitting in feet of snow somewhere. Well, I hope you're not sitting in it, but you know, residing or in that area right now where there's a lot of snow. But somehow it is like pushing 60 here. Got foggy, overcast, swampy feel. Haven't even really done much elevation today, but man, I had to take my layers off. So I just have the thin base layer and a t-shirt again. But it is like, what, 7:30 in the morning. You would think I'd be a little chilly right now. If only it stayed like this. But I'm going to be looking forward to some of that cool weather here up in a couple days, I think. It's a little warm for this time of the year. But yeah, shedded some warmth. Took the headlamp off. Probably have an indentation in my forehead right now from it. But cruising on. I believe I'm starting the ascent of Hawk Mountain right now. So let's get her done. Let's get to the top of another mountain. Woo! About 4 miles in so far today. I'm loving it. It's such peacefulness. Pretty much out here all by myself so far. I haven't seen anybody. The guys who were camped at the shelter I was last night, they were all up and at 'em, but I was definitely up before them just because I had that bit of insomnia last night, so wanted to get going. No point of sitting there thinking about walking when you can go out and actually walk. Still climbing here. A little bit of a flat spot, I guess, at this very moment, but I start climbing again here. I don't know, up there about 20 or 30 feet. Just loving the peace. I heard a boom, 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 boom sound. And looked around trying to see what it was. And I realized it was a woodpecker. I didn't know woodpeckers were out in the winter, but I guess it doesn't feel like winter to me, so maybe it doesn't feel like winter to them. But it see me, took off, started making noise, or some other bird maybe started making noise. I'm like, so are you warning everybody that I'm coming through, or are you warning me that there's something up here that I need to watch? They're trying to talk to me, I just don't know their language. I'm usually pretty good at interpreting animals for those who know me. Okay, I don't know if I'm interpreting correctly, but I'm interpreting what I think they're saying. But it's a peaceful day so far. Nice fog. Cruisy at first. Incline now. Now I'm going down a little bit. Just love it. Lots of different types of forest so far. Really green around the water and the waterfalls. And then kind of got bare, but got really deep and dark there for a minute. Love the changes of terrain. It's awesome. Love the fact that there's green and there's bare trees. Not bear as an animal, but bear as in naked trees. All kinds of stuff going on here, so loving it. Alrighty, let's keep her going. So here I am, engulfed in fog again, but I'm at the top of Hawk Mountain. Not much to see here. Oh wow, I think it's about 6 miles in so far today. But, you know, Hawk Mountain is in the bag. That fog is so thick in here right now that you can't really see anything. I just passed by a shelter, which I wasn't going to stop at, but passed by a shelter and I couldn't even see it. Pretty foggy, but right before then I did run into someone finally today. A gentleman named Steve that started, I think 2 days ago? 3 days ago maybe? I don't know what day I'm on it anymore, to be honest. But yeah, he's a nice gentleman, but reminds me, I stayed with 6 of them last night. One guy named Logan from Europe, he's going for a Triple Crown right now. Probably run into him again. Ran into him a couple times yesterday. We have a similar pace, so we'll probably do some hiking together here at some point. But he's raising awareness for child cancer, so a great cause. And a couple others there. Don't remember the names. Actually, most of them I don't think had trail names yet. And then day one, the shuttle that brought in smoking boots. I might run into him today. He was up a little ahead of me because he's the one that got dropped off at the beginning of the AT, and I went ahead and did the approach trail. So I might run into him today, might not, but eventually I'm sure we'll run into each other. So definitely run into some people. Definitely different than the PCT. I started after the bubble on the PCT and hardly ran into anyone in the first 20, 30 miles. Ran into a dozen people at least so far. So that's kind of cool. But that's the beginning. And I'm sure I'll go long stretches of not seeing anyone just because I'm ahead of that bubble, which is exactly where I wanted to be. Not really fond on a bubble. I don't dislike people. I'm just not really fond about being in big groups. And I want to stay ahead and take in nature on my own. Be able to record these videos without a lot of disruptions. Be able to take it in without a lot of disruptions. But I'm sure I'll have some people that I hike with a good portion. Or maybe like the PCT, where several different people over the course of many hundreds of miles. But as of right now, just continuing on in the fog, kind of a little descent here before it starts jumping up again, going towards Gooch Gap. Here's a perfect example. So I just came down here, this part of the trail, down here, and it comes over here, crossing this road. You see the road work sign there. Here is a think before you light it. And then you got all this. The road comes up here. Something looks like it goes over there. You come out and you have no idea where you are because you've never been here before. So you just kind of look around, look at the map. But before I pick up the map, I look at the trees. And right there is my white blaze. So we can start walking over here. And get closer. Now you can see that white blaze, I'm sure. And right here's the trail. So I'm not gonna lie, I could get a little spoiled with these white blazes. You don't have to look at the map, you just need to look for the white blaze when you come across there so you know where the trail goes. Of course, on a non-foggy day, I'm sure it'd be a lot easier to see, but I was definitely helpful in the fog, for sure. All right, continuing on. Looks like we're going up now. Hey, you'll never guess what I'm doing. I'm climbing on a mountain. Oh, boy. So I wanted to do 10 by 10 today. You know me, there's no rules. I just live life to the best of my ability. But I tried. I tried to get 10 by 10, but I think I got a little late of a start. Obviously, this time of year, you know, I still started in the dark today, but that dark was still probably an hour later than what I normally would, you know, going 10 by 10. But it was close, got real close, probably about a mile off of having the 10 by 10. But that's okay. Not too bad for second full official day. Obviously, that first day where the video says the beginning doesn't quite count because I got here so late. All I did was went up Amicalola and then stopped for the night and then started basically yesterday morning. So I will probably be staying with the Above the Clouds hostel today, which I'm very much looking forward to. I've heard that they serve dinner family style for the hikers that's there. You know, nice way to warm up, dry some things out, do some laundry, whatever needs to be done. But, you know, for me to do that, it's probably going to be like a 17, 18 mile, 19 mile, because I did that side trail, 19 mile day, something like that, which I am making really good time for. So at the end of the day, I might not stop there. I might just continue to keep on going. I don't need to resupply or anything like that. It would be just to kind of get off the trail. And I don't need a hostel yet, to be honest. But I really have wanted to see this one. It's a pretty famous one, I guess, for the Appalachian Trail. So part of the experience. You want to check it out. So I'll keep you informed as I'm going here, where I'm stopping for the end of the day. But right now I'm cruising, making some good time. Had a couple of steep inclines there I just went over. And glad I got in service a little bit. I didn't have service at all last night, so I got to talk to my fiance, which made me feel good, made her feel good. And now continuing on, climbing up some more elevation here, and I think I go down again before climbing up yet another mountain. So let's keep her going. Well, I've been seeing the weather for the last couple days before getting here, and it was looking like it would be raining today with a chance of thunderstorms. But then I heard the rumors yesterday that it would hold off. The rain was supposed to hold off. They changed it to yesterday raining all day, which I know very well, and then holding off until afternoon today. I am here to tell you that is not the case. It is definitely starting to rain harder, not just a mist. And I should probably get my rain gear, but you know, it's way back there. So I'm going to keep going for a minute like this. Maybe it'll die down again, because I'm already sweaty. I don't really want to put the rain jacket on again, but we'll see what happens. If it gets too hard or if it starts storming or anything like that, I'll probably get off at Gooch Gap instead of Woody Gap. And probably still go to that hostel tonight to dry out, eat some really good warm home-cooked meal. I don't know what I'm trying to say there. Meal or food together. Keep on meal. Don't you wish you were here with me, seeing all my stupidness? See? Stupidness? I can't talk. You're in for a long hike with me. Anyway, just loving life and living life in the rain. All right. So I stopped, but I really didn't stop for the rain jacket. I stopped for the goldfish and some cheese. I was hungry. Sorry if I have food in my beard, but I like to hold that till later for another snack. Oh, it cracked me up. But anyway, while I was there, I thought, I might as well put my rain gear and hat on, or rain jacket and hat on. So I did that, and once you know it, it stopped raining. It's sprinkling again now, but I was like, yeah, this is exactly what should happen. You put the rain jacket on, it stopped raining. But I was going to keep it on anyway, because it's still misty and foggy out here. But then I ran into a couple other hikers going northbound here as well, from upstate New York. Really nice people. Sat there and talked a little bit about me attempting to Triple Crown. Long way from me to talking about that, even though that is the goal. Once I'm done with the Appalachian, I've got a few hundred more miles to finish on the PCT because of the wildfires, and then I'll have the CDT to do, and then hopefully my attempt. I say attempt, but anyone who knows me knows I don't really attempt things. I do things, but you know, anything can happen. I will finish the Triple Crown, but doing them consecutively year to year to year is what I'm hoping to do. But that all depends on injury, weather, and everything else. So that's what I'm hoping to do. But we sat there and talked about that for a minute. They're going to the same hostel that I'll be going to, so it's nice to meet people and get to hang out with them at night, exchange stories, and that's what the Appalachian's about. A lot of people will tell you about meeting the people. Definitely met a lot of people already, and only a couple days in. Woo! And the rain has stopped. Grrr. I'm not complaining. I'm glad the rain has stopped. But I'm going to leave my rain jacket on because it'll probably be back. Finish my snack, my cheese and goldfish. A walking lunch, I guess. Not even a lunch, just a little break, a little snack. Love those goldfish. Fell in love with those on the PCT. Nice way, because obviously you drink and drink and drink, but especially when you're in the desert, you'll get dehydrated really quick. Water is good, but you need a little salt too, and goldfish has just the right amount of salt. Definitely not a good thing off the trail, but on the trail when you're burning the calories before you're eating them, you can get away with some of that. But goldfish and cheese. Hit the spot this morning, a little more energy. Keep on going. I have no plans on taking a break anytime soon right now. Just pushing through, but I might take a break in 14 steps. You never know. But right now, just pushing on through. Feeling it, so you might as well take it and go with it when you're feeling it. And I am feeling it today. Making really good time. Cruising up and down these hills. See how long that goes and what the day brings. I just passed a group of 3 and it was up a pretty good incline. I get about halfway there where they're standing, and I'm getting kind of out of breath. But I was like, there's no way I could stop now. I'm passing them. You can't stop. When you're passing someone, you look like an idiot. So I kept going, got to the top, acted like I needed to take a picture. So for those of you who are winded, never stop because you're winded. Always stop to take a picture. Funny things. The video doesn't do it justice, but I'm climbing pretty straight up right now and have been for quite some time. I'm not sure what this is, but I'm definitely climbing up something, some kind of mountain or pass, but I have no idea what it is. But I would say it's the most intense steepness so far. Getting me a little breathy. It's been going on consistently, but feels great. Getting those legs burning, getting that heart pumping, getting that sweat and toxins coming out. Right here, supposed to be a nice view. It's fog. Fog and trees. That's the view for today. So I'm definitely on top of a mountain. I just don't know which mountain. For some reason, it's not saying it on Far Out, which is, again, the app I use for navigation. Usually shows which mountains you're on, but I just climbed and climbed and climbed and climbed up to this flat spot, which I don't know if it shows up in the video because obviously it's pretty foggy, but I can see that, I've seen like darkness in the distance, like other mountains and such, but, or higher up than I needed to go, but this is the top. And it's flat as flat could be right here. So I know I'm on something. Maybe if any locals are watching this, let me know. It's after the view, right a little bit before Cooper's Gap, I believe. But it's not showing anything. So I don't know which mountain this is, or if it even has a name. Maybe it's the no-name mountain. But whatever it is, I can tell you this much. It's in the bag. So here, walked into a totally different type of forest. Not sure what kind of trees these are, but definitely have some green down below. And the type with the leaves off up above, but just seems to be a little closer together, so a little more closed in. Pretty cool looking. If you've been following me for any amount of time, you know that I'm all about that change in forest and change in terrain. So it changed a little bit. Looks like the clay got a little redder in the dirt. Don't know if that's just this particular part, or if the more north we go, the more that will become red. I know Tennessee is pretty big on red clay in that area of the Smokies. So I don't know, maybe it gets redder as we go, but this is the current view coming closer to Gooch Gap. And here's some more cool looking trees and such. I have no idea what this is, but this looks awesome. Going through a tunnel here of crooked bark. I'll dig this a lot. Just when you think the stairs are done, they give you some more. Basically just came down over there into the water and then back up. Getting ready to go start climbing Ramrock Mountain here soon. Go through Gooch Gap before that. And then after Ramrock Mountain is Woody Gap, which is the goal to get to today, to get off to the Above the Clouds hostel. There's about 1,400 feet of elevation between here and there. Not sure what I've done so far, but probably a couple thousand at least today, if not more. But man, I'm feeling strong. About 13 and a half miles in today so far. It's only 1 o'clock, so plenty of time to get to Woody Gap, unless some storms kick in. And then plan B is Gooch Gap. The shuttle comes pick us up either way. Logan has caught up with me. We've been hiking together here for the last mile or so. He's the one from Luxembourg, going for his Triple Crown today, or this year, today. But we're hiking together right now, he'll be going to that hostel as well. So, gonna go there and then figure out next plan of action tomorrow. Not tonight. Tonight is rest and relaxation. Get some videos put up, get some food in me, get some rest, and back at it in the morning. So basically just a Nero, not even a Nero, hike 19 miles. I'm thinking that's a full day, just gonna sleep in a bed, in a bunk. All right, carrying on. I have no idea if this is the top of Gooch Mountain, the actual summit, but I climbed and climbed and climbed to where the Gooch Mountain Shelter is, and Gooch Gap is up here in about a mile, and it's pretty much flat to that point, so I believe this is the summit. But regardless, I'm going to call it. Gooch Mountain is in the bag. Ramrock Mountain is in the bag. Ramrock Mountain tried to take my lunch. Really wasn't because of Ramrock Mountain being tough though or anything. I mean, it was a good climb, but I'm just getting exhausted, getting tired at least, have a headache. As far as my body, it's holding up pretty good. Have a little bit of soreness behind like the lower knee, like where the calf is, but that was like that before I came out here, like a couple days before. I was kidding with my fiance that I think my body just knows what I'm about ready to do, and it's starting to give me the pains in the areas that it normally would. But that's really it. I mean, I have a headache right now because I'm just exhausted. Sitting at about 18 and a quarter miles right now. Got another mile and a half to go to Woody Gap. About 200 up, 200 down, nothing major. So should be able to get there decent time. And call it a day. Get on the shuttle to go to the hostel and take the night off. Well, I say to take the night off. I guess I take every night off when I'm out here. But that'll be pretty close to 20 miles a day. And definitely a good, strong day. And I'm feeling it right now, though. Like I said, just really tired. And, that head's hurting. I'm pretty stinking hungry right now. That's the issue. I just want to eat. Hiker hunger has never left me since I got off the PCT, apparently. I'm ready to eat, sit out a storm or the rain that's coming through tonight, and get a good start on tomorrow. And just like that, you can see again. Still see fog in the distance behind me, in front of me, and on my sides, but right here it just completely opened up. Look, it's leaves, it's trees. I love my fog, but it's nice to see things once in a while too. You know what I mean?